Hello and welcome to the SheClicks webinar about brand photography. I'm Angela Nicholson and I'm the founder of SheClicks. Before we get going, we have a word from our sponsor. This webinar is sponsored by MPB, the world's largest platform for used photography and videography kit. MPB has transformed the way people buy, sell and trade equipment, making photography more accessible, affordable and sustainable. MPB is proud to partner with SheClicks to help support women photographers and their work. So thank you very much to MPB. Okay, so now it's time to hear from our speaker, Gillian Devine, who runs her own brand photography business and coaches other photographers. Hi, Gill, how are you?
Fine, thank you. It's lovely to be here. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, thank you. Thank you for, volunteering. So I'll hand over to you. I know you've got a presentation that you want to share with us.
It's genuinely lovely to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Angela, and you SheClickers in your space. This is my absolute favourite topic to talk about, brand photography as a genre for us photographers. So I'm excited to share with you this evening. We're going to be talking all about brand photography, how to get clients in this genre and how to make more moolah from this genre. So this is exactly what we're going to cover. What is brand photography as a genre? Why, as a photographer, you should choose to work in this genre above other genres or alongside your other genres, who the client is for this genre, and how to price yourself and how to market yourself. And then throughout this presentation, you will see lots of examples of brand photography. All the images in this presentation are images of brand photography, whether it's my brand or whether it's the clients I've shot for. Okay, so I am a great believer, guys, in the more energy you put into something, the more you get out of it. And I am a complete open book. So I'd love to make this interactive and I'd love you guys to pick my brains, squeeze the juice out of me and ask as many questions as you wish to. If you have got a question, as Angela said, pop it into the Q&A box and Angela will be feeding me the questions at the end or throughout, however you guys want to work. But I'd love to ask you first off, where are you in the world? Let's make this interactive. You can probably hear from my accent. I am Scouse by origin from Liverpool, north of England. But right now I am actually in Costa Blanca. I was lucky enough, I worked smart and hard enough to have a second base over here in Spain. So I'm absolutely delighted to be basking in the Spanish sunshine right now. But where are you in the world? If you do have the chat box open, let us know where you are. I work with tons of photographers up and down the UK, from Scotland down to the south, the north, and even worldwide. So I love connecting with other photographers, because our industry is just such an amazing one and it's great to support each other. I'd also say, please feel free to come into my world, to friend me on Facebook. I'm Gillian Devine on Facebook, or to follow me on Instagram, Gillian Devine Mentor. Okay, so let me just introduce myself. I am so new to your world and I'm so grateful to be here. I've been working as a photographer for 15 years. My name is Gillian Devine and I started my photography journey working in weddings. I absolutely adored my weddings. I went on board with my then father-in-law and worked with him and he taught me the trade. I absolutely adored working in my weddings. I then moved on to families, babies, newborns, etc. And I absolutely now love specializing in brand photography. This is my genre. I absolutely love it. And that's why I'm so happy to share with you today. We've got Linda from South Wales. Fantastic, Linda. I'm also a best-selling author, and as well as a working brand photographer, I'm a trainer and mentor to other photographers. I love creating confident and financially free photographers. The name of my company is Rich Tog, which is Tog, short for photographer, but richness in terms of happiness, confidence, abundance, life, as well as richness in your business, finance, and the money you make with your craft. That is exactly what I love to help photographers do, make more money in their photography business. So I'd love to also know, what genres do you currently work in? I've worked in most of the different genres, as I said, weddings, babies, families, pets, little bit of events, and now I specialise in brand photography. But I'd love to know, guys, are you a full-time photographer? What genres do you work in? What genres do you love to work in? Why listen to me? Why am I here tonight? So I pride myself on the two businesses that I've built and created. One is my photography business, which turn over 6 to 7K a month. And the other is my mentoring and training business. So I have built very successful, profitable businesses, and marketing and business strategies, they are absolutely my zones of genius. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be able to create a dream business. I want you to be confident in your business and earn the money that you deserve and want from your craft. So I'd also love to know, because we're talking about brand photography tonight, is this a completely new genre to you? Let me know in the chat box or in the Facebook comments. Are you already working in brand photography? Are you dabbling? Is it a main genre for you, or are you completely new to brand photography? When I started in brand photography, I was already a newborn specialist, and I actually just watched a webinar all about brand photography and decided to give it a go. And I absolutely fell in love with it as a genre. So I'll be telling you all about that tonight. First off, I would love to talk about what I generally find the photographers that I work with and photographers I come across and I'm friends and colleagues with, what their business struggles are. And I'd love to ask if these struggles resonate with you. Linda's totally new. Wonderful, fantastic. Elizabeth lives in Surrey. Oh, gorgeous. And you're new to brand photography. Fantastic. Wonderful, Elizabeth. I think you'll find this useful tonight. So these are the most common business struggles I hear from photographers. And these are relevant because these are the struggles that I've found brand photography as a genre helps me with. So let me know if this sounds like you. Photographers struggle finding clients. I struggle to find clients. I struggle to find the right clients, getting leads, getting inquiries, getting bookings. I'm no good at marketing and business. I hear that all the time from the photographers I work with. I'm busy, but I'm poor. I'm working all the hours, but I don't seem to have money at the end of the month. Poor work-life balance. I'm working at weekends, I'm working during the evening, editing late into the night, but I'm missing out on my friend and family time. Working first and then chasing the orders, chasing the moolah. I remember as a wedding photographer, as a family photographer, this was definitely me. I'm working, I'm doing the shoots, creating the images, but then I'm having to chase my clients for orders and chase for payments. I absolutely remember that myself. Does that resonate with you? And the other struggle I regularly hear is that it's a saturated market. There's so many other photographers out there. How can I compete? How can I stand out? So I would love to know, do any of those struggles resonate with you? Because I would love to tell you that brand photography has definitely been the answer to all of those struggles for me. And I would love to tell you more about it, because this is exactly what brand photography has given me. It's given me much better work-life balance, because instead of working at the weekends as I was with my families and my weddings and editing late into the night like I did with my newborns, I now have midweek shoots with business owner clients. So it's a 3-hour midweek shoot, and it's a 2 to 3 hour light edit. So I'm no longer giving up my weekends or my evenings. I'm no longer missing out on friends and family time. It's given me joy because I'm now helping other businesses grow. It's given me clients that invest with ease, because business and brand photography is seen as a necessity. It's not seen as a luxury. The other genres I worked in, weddings, families, babies, sometimes they're seen as luxuries, and they're the first ones that people pull back on when they're maybe tightening their purse strings. Business clients actually see my brand photography services as a necessity. They need my services for their marketing and business growth. It's high levels of profit. Brand photography, because it is a digital delivery in the main, it's a much higher level of profit. There's no wedding albums or wall art, your product costs to take out there. It's not a saturated genre compared to the other genres, such as weddings, babies, families. There are fewer brand photographers out there. So relatively speaking, it's a much less saturated genre. I've also found that brand photography is faff free. I don't know about you guys, but I hate faff. Faff for me in terms of chasing the orders, chasing payments, all the bits and pieces that comes with putting an album together, designing an album, ordering products that came with all the different genres. Brand photography for me has been completely faff free because we design the shoot, we do the shoots, I deliver the digital images, and then I'm on to booking my next shoot with my client. So it's generally faff free. And for cash flow, for my business, it's been the best genre ever because I get paid upfront. My clients pay me a booking fee initially, and then the balance of their fee is paid 2 weeks before the shoot, and I'm generating £1,700 for a 3-hour midweek shoot. So that is why I am absolutely in love with this genre, and I firmly believe as a genre for us photographers, it ticks so many boxes. So let's talk about exactly what is brand photography. So for me, in essence, it's simply creating a bank of images for a brand, for a business owner that's going to help them market themselves, promote themselves, and sell more of their stuff, whether it's a product or a service. So it's basically images that business owners are going to use to market themselves to sell more of their thing. These images are designed individually, they're unique, they're bespoke to that business or brand. They're designed to attract that business's ideal clients to them. They portray their values, their story, their vibe, their mission, their message. It differentiates them from their competition, and it gives them visibility in their marketing. They can use these images across all of their marketing and their business visibility. So it's helping them grow the visibility of their business with completely accurate and on-brand images. So how did I start in brand photography? I simply watched a webinar on brand photography. I liked the look of it, and I took imperfect action. And I am definitely one for taking imperfect action. If you wait, I always say don't procrastinate about it, just get on and do it. Because I could have waited until I felt ready, but I wanted to give it a go, so I took action. And I always say, you guys are all photographers. You know exactly how to use your camera. You know how to create a beautiful image. If I put a banana in front of you, you can create a gorgeous image. So wherever you are in your photography journey, if you fancy trying brand photography, I would urge you just to give it a go. Take imperfect action. I didn't have any experience of working in brand photography. I didn't have a portfolio, but I did one social media post. I talked about expanding my services into brand photography, wanting to help business owners and brands with their visibility, with their marketing, with their visual content. I made an offer in that social media post, £500 for a 2-hour shoot. I thought I'll go quite low ticket for the first 5 shoots. And I booked 5 clients in 3 days. Because if you don't make offers and you don't talk about what you do, you're never going to attract those clients. I didn't have a single brand photography portfolio image, but I knew how to use my camera. As a photographer, I'd been working in weddings, babies, newborns, families. I knew how to use my camera. So I talked to each of those 5 clients. I was perfectly honest with them, talked about I hadn't worked in brand photography before, but I was expanding my services and I was happy to make them this offer for a 2-hour brand shoot for just £500. And I had 5 bookings within a matter of days. So let's think about who our clients are for this genre. If you are looking to expand your services into brand photography, who are you going to serve? Who are the clients going to be? And what are the problems that those clients have that we can help with? So let's think about the clients out there. They are business owners, they're brands. And there's so many different business owners and brands out there. If you think about all of your businesses in your local town, in your local village, in your local city, every single business out there, from an accountant to a yoga instructor, to a florist, to a life coach, they all need visual content to market themselves. So let's think about the problems that these business owners and brands have that we can help solve. Every business out there needs more clients and they want to sell more of their stuff. Now, to do that, they need to market themselves. And to market themselves, they need visual content. That's where we come in. All of these business owners and brand clients, they need visibility. They need a visual content bank that is consistent and on brand in look, that's professional in look, that is accurate and portrays exactly what they do and what they're about. These business owner clients and brands, they need a regular, fresh bank of content because everyone needs to be marketing on social media these days. So social media moves quickly. So our clients need regular, fresh content to be continually marketing to their audience on social media. They also need fresh content for their website, for their printed literature. These clients also need to stand out from the competition and grow visibility and grow know, like, and trust with their potential clients. And one of the things I've noticed that definitely I help my clients with is they want to feel more confident and proud of their visuals. They want to feel more confident and proud of their marketing. They want to feel more professional. Time and time again, I'll hear from my brand photography clients when I've done a shoot with them and they've updated their website. I will regularly hear, Jill, I feel so much prouder of my website now. I'm so happy to share my website. I feel proud of the way it looks because you've given me a bank of brand images to update it with. Because time and time again, we have business owners and brands out there that are using stock images, that are using badly taken selfies, and that is not going to help them grow their business. Stock images are generic. They don't represent the individual brand or business. Badly taken selfies, they will destroy the professional feel and look of a business because they're badly taken selfies. So all of these things that our business owner clients need, we can help with. And I regularly say to my business owner clients, do you struggle with what to post on your socials? Do you think about, oh, I don't know what to post today. I'm spending so much time scrabbling around, thinking about things to post. It makes me stressed thinking about my marketing. Well, that is exactly what we help with. We create a bank of images for our business owner clients to pull from. So they're never short of things to post. We save them that stress and we save them that time, and we're hopefully going to help them make more money because their marketing becomes much more effective. So who needs our brand photography services? Think about all of the business owners and the brands in the world. I mean, think about just in your local area. And let me throw some numbers at you to inspire you. 835,000 new businesses were formed in the UK in the year 2021. 835,000 new businesses. And that is on top of the 5.6 million businesses that are already in the UK. So there is an absolute plethora of clients out there for us because all of those businesses, they want to sell more of their stuff, whether it's a service or a product. Restaurants need more clients coming in. Yoga instructors, accountants, finance directors, whatever the business is, they need to sell more of their stuff. And to do that, they need to market themselves. And to market themselves, they need visual content. They need imagery to put on their website, to put on printed materials, in their emails, on their social media. And these images need to be refreshed on a regular basis. So this is where there is a massive need for our professional photography services. Think about which clients you would love to target, because this is all about designing your business to suit you. So do you want to work with local businesses, the businesses up and down your local high street, in your local town or village? Would you like to travel, go up and down the country, the UK? Would you like to travel internationally? So when I was living, up till a couple of years back, I was living in the UK. When we decided to make the move over here to Spain, I was intentionally marketing in local Spanish expat groups on Facebook. So I did my research. I found lots of local business groups, all English speaking, because I don't yet speak Spanish. And I started marketing myself in these groups. So I was wanting and being intentional about where I was marketing myself, because I wanted to move out here and have a ready-made business when I came out here. So be intentional. Who would you like to target? Who would you like to work with if you're thinking about expanding into brand photography? Do you want to work with smaller businesses, 1 to 2 people? Do you want to work with larger businesses? Do you want to work with startups or established businesses? Is there a specific niche or industry that you would like to work in? Quite a few of the photographers that I mentor that have been through my brand photography program, they've niched down to an industry that they feel passionate about. For instance, life coaching, online coaching, what a couple of the photographers have niched down to. The health and well-being industries. One of my brand photography students is actually a lover of books. So she's niched right down to working with authors, and she's becoming the go-to brand photographer for authors. So be intentional. Who would you like to serve? Who would you like to work with? Brand photography, visual content that photographers are creating for business owners absolutely alters purchasing decisions. Consumers are out there right now shopping with their eyes. We're all consumers. And we are human beings, and we shop with our eyes. So business owners have to give their consumers and their audience something to feast their eyes on. Consumers are basing those buying decisions on what they see and how that makes them feel. And people buy from people. So by creating a bank of images that perfectly shows that person, their vibe, their personality, as well as their business, helps the consumers grow, know, like, and trust enough to base their buying decision in a positive way and spend their hard-earned cash on that business. Let me give you a couple of examples, and these are true stories. A consumer had £100 to spend on flowers. This person received a couple of recommends for florists in the local area. So she went online to check them out. She went to the Instagram of florist number 1, and she had a good look at the pictures there. And there was beautiful flowers, beautiful flowers, beautiful flowers, beautiful flowers. Why wouldn't she spend her money there? She went to the Instagram of florist number 2. And when she got onto the grid of florist number 2 on the social media feed of florist number 2, not only did she see flowers, 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 she got a feeling about that florist, because there was also images on that social media feed of the florist herself. So Fiona was there in her shop. Fiona was there outside her shop. Fiona was putting bouquets together. Pictures of Fiona dealing with clients. Pictures of Fiona at the flower market choosing the blooms for the day. There was even pictures of Fiona walking her dogs on the beach. So the consumer got a great feeling about Fiona. She felt like she was getting to know, like, and trust her. She was resonating with her. She could see happy clients. She could see the shop. She could see what she was like as a person. Where do you think she spent £100? She spent £100 on florist number 2, Fiona. And that is the power of visual content. And exactly the same happened when I watched my own husband make a buying decision about buying a £15,000 motorbike. He was given a couple of recommends. So I watched over his shoulder as he went to website number 1. And there was motorbike, gorgeous, beautiful product photography, just motorbikes. Why wouldn't he spend his money there? He went to the website of another recommend, and now we're met with a full story bank of images, not only images of motorbikes, but images of the team working on those motorbikes, images of the team welcoming in a client, showing them around the motorbikes, making choices about the leather for the saddle, the chrome finish, the metal finish, choosing the engine. Excuse me, I don't know anything about motorbikes, so I might be making this up. But there were pictures showing the whole story of someone having a bespoke motorbike built, from drawing out the sketches, choosing the parts, having it put together. And then the last few pictures of that client coming to pick up their motorbike and riding it away from the workshop. Where do you think my husband spent his money? He spent his money with that second company because they drew him in with their visuals. They drew him in with the photographs that were telling the story of how he would go, how they'd welcome him in. He would have a picture created of his bike. He'd make those individual choices. The company number 1 probably did all that too, but they didn't showcase it in brand photography. That is the power of brand photography. This is where us photographers can help our business owner clients. So let me go over pricing with you. That's one of the things I get asked most often about is the pricing. How do we price brand photography services? So these are my current prices. I have a year-long package, which is for 3-hour shoots. I have a 3-hour package, so a one-off 3-hour shoot, which is £1,695, and it's 150 images minimum, selection of graphics, a show reel, they get a social media calendar, and they also get a post-shoot consultation with me for content creation guidance. And then I have my third option, which is my 1-hour package, 1,295, and that's just 40 images. So using these packages, I was averaging £6,000 to £7,000 a month until I scaled back. And even through the pandemic, through the lockdown, brand photographers were still making money through future bookings and also through the magic of virtual shoots. Myself and the photographers that I mentor, we were working on virtual shoots, creating images for our clients through the magic of the internet. So why have I structured my prices this way? Excuse me, guys. I chose a really simple 3-package model because confused clients don't buy. If you give clients too many choices, you confuse them, and confused clients don't buy. So I made it a really simple structure. I've used my top year-long package as my high price anchor. It's the aspirational package. And I've used my bottom 1-hour package as a low bottom price anchor. What I've done is I'm driving my clients towards the 3-hour package because I've structured, I know my business, I've worked on my business numbers. I know my business numbers inside out. So if I want to create a photography income of £5,000, I want 3 shoots a month, that's what I want to do, then I know I have to create a package to fit that. So for me, 3 shoots at the middle package gives me that 5K a month. I've also found that 3 hours is the sweet spot for me and for my clients. 3 hours gives me tons of time to change locations. I'll get different themes, different outfits, different props, different locations for my client. But I also find it's the sweet spot for my client. I don't find that anything past 3 hours, I don't find my clients enjoy it anymore. They tend to get really tired. I mean, 3 hours is a long time to be photographed. Obviously, we make it really fun, really exciting. But when we finish at the 3 hour mark, it's about the right time to finish, and we always finish on a high. So I've structured the 3 package option this way, and I'm driving my clients towards that middle package, the 3 hour package, because I want them to choose that because it suits me, it suits my business, and it suits them. So one of the ways I drive people to choosing that is I pack it full of value. I make it a complete no-brainer. Why would someone choose the 1 hour package at 1295 when they're only going to get 40 images? For a couple of £100 more, they can get 3 hours and all the extras that comes in that package. So by structuring the package with lots more value and making it a complete no-brainer, I'm driving my clients towards choosing that package. Excuse me, guys, I'm just going to get a swig of water. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some marketing in a second, but let's also think about when we get a client that's booked, what the process is. I wanted to share this with you. One of the most important things I mentor my photography students on is making sure you get that booking fee straight away before you do any further work with your clients. Obviously, we do work when we have a client, we have a brand photography book that we fill in with them. We have a visual activity we do with them. So we set them a little bit of homework to do that then goes on and helps us design the shoot with them. But before we do any of that work, we always make sure we get that booking fee paid up front. For me, my booking fee is $500. Some of the students, they take $250 as a booking fee. And then the balance of any shoot is taken 2 weeks before the shoot. So the joy of this for cash flow into my business is just amazing. Gone are the days where I'm chasing clients for payment, I'm chasing for orders. When a client books with me, they pay their booking fee and then I get the balance paid before I go out to shoot them. We then obviously have the client experience journey, which is thank you messages. I have beautiful little gifts that go out to my clients. We have confirmation emails, regular touch points. We have the homework that I set them so we can design the shoot together in the shoot planning session. And then we have the shoot, and then we have the deliverables. So let's talk marketing. I want to share with you guys some marketing principles in general, but then also some marketing that absolutely works for this genre like magic. One of the main principles for me in marketing is having multiple marketing pillars. What I mean by that is not having all your eggs in one basket. I tend to see this happen most often with social media. I will talk to a photographer and they'll say, oh, I'm struggling to get bookings. And I'll say, how are you marketing yourself? And they'll say, well, I'm on Facebook and I do a bit of Instagram and I do a little bit of LinkedIn. Well, that's all one marketing pillar, social media. To market yourself effectively, you need to have multiple marketing pillars. If you think about your business as a roof, we need multiple pillars holding up the roof of your business. Multiple marketing pillars means that you're going to drip feed your business with leads and inquiries from multiple sources. Because if you have all your eggs in one basket, for instance, social media, and social media, we don't control social media, so it could suddenly have a glitch, a hack, blow up, stop working. If that is your only source of leads and inquiries, then you're in a very troubled place. If you have multiple marketing pillars that are drip feeding your business from different sources with leads and inquiries, if one suddenly stops working or goes a little bit dry, then that's okay because you have your other marketing pillars to fall back on. The key to a successful business is absolutely having, I would say, 4 to 5 marketing pillars. I've given you a list right here to know your ideal client and to be consistent in the marketing you do. But have a look at this list, guys, and I'd love to know which of these, if you're running a photography business, which of these are you currently working in? Obviously, we've got social media, lead magnets, email marketing, blogging, website, networking, referral, engagement strategies, webinars, collaboration, strategic partnerships. There are so many marketing pillars. And obviously, a lot of us are one-man bands. We can't work in them all. But to have 3, 4, 5 marketing pillars that are drip feeding your business with leads is the most solid place to be for your business. So let me share with you some of the marketing pillars that are absolutely working for brand photography specifically. And I'll also want to share some Rich Tog successes and inspiration for you. So social media is absolutely an amazing marketing pillar. I mean, it's free. If you're not using social media, you're definitely missing a trick. But the problem with social media that I see a lot of photographers falling into the trap in is that we put our content out there. We do posts, we do reels, we do stories, we do written copy, but then we don't do any engagement. Engagement is so important as actually putting your posts and your content out there. I call this the winking, the wooing, and the love bombing. Imagine a time when you want to make a new friend or you're looking to meet someone new, you go into a bar, you don't just go up to them, say something, and then walk away. You wait to hear what they say back. You engage with them. You start a conversation with them. You start the connection with them. This is the winking and the wooing and the love bombing on social media. What I mean is commenting, liking on other people's content. When someone makes a comment on your post, comment back, start the conversation. Love bombing is direct messaging. And I don't mean direct messaging as in those icky, horrible sales messages that come to your inbox. I'm talking about messages of positivity, a compliment, a message of complimenting someone's post or sharing something with them that might be of use or value to them. So your engagement, your winking, your wooing, and your love bombing is as important as putting your posts out there. Let me share with you some great inspiration from Emma, one of the photographers I mentor. In the last 9 months, I've gone from £50 shoots to £1,000 shoots. And the majority of my bookings comes from the winking, the wooing, and the love bombing. So if you are using social media to market yourself, make sure you've got an engagement strategy as well as a posting strategy. Another marketing pillar that works a treat in this genre is networking, building relationships, new connections, meeting new business owners in networking groups, whether they're in person or whether they're online. So for instance, if you're wanting to expand your brand photography services or your photography services into brand, and you want to target the local area, then get yourself on Google and just start researching local networking groups. Where are the local networking groups? What groups could you join? A lot of the groups are paid, but you get a chance to go to your first group completely free of charge. So you can go along and have a look and meet new people and see if it's the right place for you. Look at Barbara. She's had 7 bookings in 1 month from the networking strategy I taught her. And Lauren had got 4K of bookings in the last month from networking alone. So if you want to start building into brand photography, think about networking. First stage would be doing your research. So use Google, use the social media search bars, use Eventbrite. Your local chamber of commerce should be able to give you a helping hand with a list of local networking groups. So make a list and then pick your first 2 or 3 to actually go along to and start making those new connections. And when you go along to the networking group, just use it as an opportunity to get to know potential clients. They're all going to be business owners in there. They're all probably going to be local business owners in there, and they all need your services. So just use it as an opportunity to start those new connections, start those new relationships, start those conversations, because marketing as a whole is simply starting making connections and relationships. Okay. Another marketing strategy that absolutely works a treat in this genre, but to be honest, works across any genre you're working in, is lives and videos. So if you're running a photography business, are you using lives and videos? Now, I know that probably strikes fear into the heart of you, because as photographers, we like staying this side of the camera. We don't like being the other side of the camera. But lives and videos give you a massive opportunity to enable your audience and your potential clients to get to know, like, and trust you in a much quicker, effective, efficient way. If you think about when, for instance, this presentation, you're seeing me, you're feeling my energy, you're hearing the tone in my voice. So you're enabling yourself to get to know, like, and trust me. You're judging me, you're seeing me, you're getting a better feel for me. If everything was just in a written document, it'd be really dry and hard to consume. Visuals, in terms of your videos and your videos and your lives, are going to give your audience a much more effective and efficient way to get to know, like, and trust you. I would also tell you that social media platforms massively prioritize videos and lives. So whenever you create a video that you put on Facebook or you do a live on your Instagram, the platforms will prioritize those types of content. And consumers themselves actually will, studies have shown 60,000 times quicker is the speed at which consumers will absorb information if it's presented to them in a visual way. That's another statistic we can use for brand photography as well. So have a look at these numbers here. Arga is getting 995 bookings and 5K months from using lives and videos. So Arga on her Facebook page will regularly, I'd say 2 or 3 times a week, go on and do a live. And she'll talk about brand photography, the benefits of it. She'll talk about a recent client. She'll tell the story of how she became a photographer. She'll talk about favorite locations. She'll talk about her kit. She'll talk about her family life. But she will use videos and lives. So I'd love to know, are you brave enough to start using videos and lives? Emma, she's another photographer that I mentor. And she created 4K in a month, and all of her clients were saying, oh, I've been watching your lives, I've been watching your videos, and I'd like to go ahead and book a shoot. So again, it's just another way to boost your visibility as a photographer. Another marketing pillar that works a treat in brand photography is collaborations. So if you're expanding your photography services into brand photography, you want to start looking at attracting business owners. They're your ideal clients. So having a strategic partnership with someone that's already dealing with your ideal client. Let me give you an example. We have Emma. She's just been through my program. She's looking to work with local businesses. And a lot of the local businesses are using a local printers to print all their marketing material. So she's now formed a partnership with the local printer. Another one of my students has formed a partnership with a website designer, because most businesses need websites. And what do website designers need? They need visual content to put into that person's website. When someone's having a website built or refreshed, they need photographs. So this person has now collaborated with a website designer, and she's getting a regular feed of inquiries and leads from everyone that goes to this website designer to have a new website built. For instance, myself, when I moved into brand photography, I wanted to work with people that were working online. So online workers, coaches, consultants, therapists. So I built a strategic partnership, a collaboration with an online mentor that worked specifically with people who wanted to build an online business. So by partnering with her, she was drip feeding my business with leads and inquiries and bookings, because people were going to her. So you had one of my first clients, Ruth. Ruth went to this lady, Michelle, to learn how to form an online business. and forming an online business, she's going to need to market herself. She's going to need visual content. So Michelle was forwarding her to me, and I was getting bookings and clients. So I actually made 15K in the first year from that collaboration alone. Another marketing pillar that works in this genre is lead magnets, guest experting, webinars and workshops. So guest experting, for instance, is coming into someone else's audience and creating a presentation or delivering a workshop which is filled with value. So for instance, Saria, she created a paid workshop and she made £5,000 in bookings from that workshop alone. She basically created an in-person workshop, which was all about educating local business owners about what their brand is, how to increase their brand visibility, and how to get better at their marketing. And she created 5K in revenue from that. Samantha, she went to a local networking group and she did a guest expert. So not only did she attend the networking group, she put herself forward to stand up and deliver a guest expert talk, like a presentation, like a webinar. She did it in person. She delivered a talk all about what brand photography is, how it can help business owners. Obviously, she was in an audience of business owners, and she got 4 bookings from that one guest expert spot. Another beauty of brand photography is that it is so good for recurring clients and recurring revenue, because our business owner clients need that regular, fresh content. So this isn't a one-off shoot like a newborn shoot or a wedding. This is recurring clients, recurring income, because our clients need that fresh content for their socials, to update their marketing materials, to update their website. Look at Emma, she's got nearly £800 per month of recurring revenue thanks to her regular brand photography clients. And that's on top of any extra monthly bookings she got. She just landed a nearly £3,000 booking from a new client. I wanted to touch on the best way to deal with inquiries, guys. In the past, when I've got an inquiry for my wedding business or my newborn business, I would generally have a conversation in an email or on social media message. What I've found works the best for brand photography is getting people onto a video call. So a discovery call, an inquiry call, whatever you want to call it. Encourage anyone that reaches out to you that wants to ask about your brand photography services, encourage them to get on a video call with you. Just like lives and videos, it's going to enable you to get to know them a little bit more. They can get to know you, they get a better feel for you and your service and that they're going to receive. What I tend to do is send a little pre-call questionnaire so I can ask them a few questions about their business, why they're looking for brand photography services, what their current business challenges are. I do a little bit of light stalking. I have a look at their socials, have a look at their website. And then in the conversation, I ask lots of questions. I get to know them. I listen to them. I learn about them, about their business. I educate them on how the brand photography services are going to help them. And then I go over the packages and ask them to choose which one suits them best. And if they want to go ahead and book, we take the booking fee there and then on the video call and we move on. The one thing about video calls with your potential clients is you can use your energy, your passion for what you do, your energy, the love you have for your craft. It will absolutely come across so much stronger on a video call. And I always say your energy is contagious, so use it. A few Rich Tog inspirations for you guys before we wrap up. Absolutely over the moon with Myra. She was brand new into photography. Her camera was fresh out of its box. She came into my photography program about brand photography. And within the first 3 months of business, she generated 6K in revenue. I think for a brand new photographer, brand new into the business, into the industry, it was absolutely amazing. Then we have Paul. I met Paul earlier this year. He came into my program. He'd never done brand photography before, but he made 12K in 6 weeks. And this is just to inspire you guys, wherever you are in your photography journey, you could move very quickly into brand photography and make a difference in your business. I quickly fire at you 3 mistakes to avoid if you are wanting to move into a brand. I've learned from the mistakes. Don't start any planning or design work with your client until you've been paid and your contract is signed. It's sometimes tempting to send over a brand book to start helping them choose locations, think about outfits, before you've actually secured the booking fee. Don't do that. I've learned from that mistake. Don't do that. Not commanding respect for your time. My clients will book a 3-hour shoot, and that's what they get. Sometimes I'll gift them an extra 15, 20 minutes, but my 3-hour shoots will not turn into 4 or 5-hour shoots. So have respect for your time and educate your clients about having respect for your time, and educate them that any extra time that's needed is chargeable. We're running businesses. We're not running charities. And the last mistake to avoid is missing the opportunity to wow. Sometimes with my clients, there is quite a big gap between when they book and when the shoot is. So fill those silences and make sure you're nurturing the relationships you've got with those clients. Send little gifts, send a thank you card, voice note them, keep in touch with them. Those regular touch points and extra surprises that they're not expecting go a long way to creating an amazing client experience. I will regularly send, partway through the journey, a postcard and a little chocolate, and I'll send that. The postcard actually says a sweet treat before we meet, because sometimes the first time I'm actually physically meeting my client is on the shoot, because everything's been done on video call. I will send a thank you card after the shoot or after they book to say thank you for choosing me. I will make sure I'm sending voice notes and keeping them excited and upbeat on the journey towards the shoot. Okay, guys, I want to thank you for being here, and I have a gift for you. Obviously, I'm here to answer all of your questions, and I'm happy, pick my brain, squeeze the juice out of me, but I would be delighted to give you this gift. There's obviously only so much I can cover in an hour, and I am running a free mini course that's all about brand photography. So if I've whetted your appetite, then get your phone out, scan that code right there, and that will give you access completely free of charge to a little mini course that's going to give you some extra information about moving your photography business into brand photography. And that's my little thank you gift for being here with me today. So questions, guys. Do you want to pick my brains? Let me have a look. We've got so many amazing questions. Vicky, with 3-hour shoots, how much pre and post time is needed for delivery of shots? So 3-hour shoot, I would say my discovery calls are generally half an hour to 45 minutes. So I have 45 minutes for the discovery call, then someone goes ahead and books. I send them the confirmation email. I set them all the homework. So I'll send them a brand photography workbook and a visual activity to do on Pinterest, and they do that themselves. Then we come back together and we have a 1-hour Zoom call to plan the shoot. I will have already had their workbook and their visual activity through, so I can go through those. That probably takes me about half an hour. Then we have the planning call, which is about an hour. Then we do the shoot. And then what I've always done with my brand photography clients is I deliver within 24 hours, because it's a light edit. It's not a heavily retouched service. If they want extra retouching, that's absolutely fine, but that's a chargeable service. But what I do is when I book a client and I've booked that shoot, for instance, I've got a shoot next Wednesday, I will book the Thursday out in my diary as their edit and delivery day. The edit usually takes me 2 to 3 hours, and so I can deliver their images within 24 hours. And that is definitely a plus point for my business owner clients, because they're excited. They've finished the shoot on a high. They've had an amazing time, and they want the images straight away. They want to be using them for their marketing. Let me just stop sharing that and have a look at your questions. Angela, shall we go through the questions?
Yes, fine. Is there a correlation between brand photography and product photography, and can the two be incorporated?
Yes, because if you already have product photography clients, they will need brand photography. A lot of my clients in the past have been product businesses rather than service businesses. Sometimes it's about an educational piece, so educating. I had a client that did cupcakes. So in the past, I've just done shots of their cupcakes, but over time, I educated my clients about your consumers aren't just buying cupcakes. They want to get to know you. Marketing is all about the know, like, and trust journey. So we then moved on to creating a brand shoot where I'm shooting her creating the cupcakes. I'm shooting her shopping for the ingredients, coming up with new designs. So it's definitely, I mean, whether product photography, I've had a lot of photographers come through my program that are already working in products and then have moved over to brand.
You mentioned that you did a post for your first initial offer, which was for a shoot for £500. But where did you post that? How did you make that known?
I literally just put it on Facebook, on my personal Facebook profile. One of the things I am quite passionate about is if you've chosen to use Facebook as a marketing place, I mean, social media is great. It's completely free of charge. The thing about Facebook is if you are only using a business page, Facebook are quite sneaky. They will restrict the visibility of your business page because they want you to pay money on advertising. Whereas if you use your personal profile, then you're going to get much more visibility. Now, you have got to be careful. You don't want to use your personal profile and be like, buy my thing, buy my thing, buy my thing. But we, as photographers, we are our brand. We are the heart and soul of our business. So talking about what you do on your personal profile is absolutely a part of your marketing. So I basically put that single post on my personal profile.
Okay. Another question is, how do you deliver your photos to your clients?
I use Everybody Smiles, so they have a gallery to go through and they can download from that. In the past, I used to send a beautiful on-brand USB stick, but I don't do that anymore. So it's digital delivery. So Everybody Smiles or a WeTransfer.
Okay. And something occurred to me while you were talking. Do you ever use a makeup artist?
No, I haven't. My clients, I always have that conversation with my clients. So I talk about, for instance, in the planning shoot, we'll talk about outfits, we'll talk about locations, props, accessories, and then I will ask them about the hair and makeup. Would you like to have a hair and makeup person? Would you like to have your hair done? I've never personally provided it, although a lot of my students have created VIP packages where it's included. Because my personal clients are up and down the UK and then international as well, I don't know the makeup artists and hair people in the local area. So I've never offered it as part of my service. But I think it's definitely important to have the conversation with your client to invite them to think about, do they want a professional involved? Do they want someone to do their hair and makeup? Because you need to add that into the timings. So if the shoot for my client is 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock, and they're thinking about getting a hair and makeup person, I tell them, ask your hair and makeup person, how long is it going to take them to do your makeup? How long is it going to take them to do your hair? Because I need you in your first outfit, ready and dressed and done by 9:30. Because at 9:30, I'm arriving, me and you are going to sit down, we're going to go over the plan, and then we start shooting at 10. So it is important to have that conversation. If you want to include that in your package, then brilliant, yeah.
Okay. Do you have a style that maybe attracts certain clients, or does what you shoot vary a lot to suit the client?
Yes, I definitely have a style. My style is quite light and airy. I'm a natural light photographer. So I suspect my clients are attracted because they see that style of work and that's what they love. If I have a client that is wanting more studio lighting, more moody lighting with off-camera flash, I can do that, but I'm not particularly comfortable with that. At the beginning of my career, I would have said yes and taken the job and done it. Now I'm a bit more progressed in my career and I can afford to say no. I will say no if I don't feel I'm right for them, and I'll recommend someone else. It's also, it's a great, when you're working with a client and we do the visual activity, that's basically them going onto Pinterest and showing me the sorts of images that they would like me to create. It's a great stop point to pull up. If they've started selecting like dark and moody images or studio lit images, it's then a great flag for me to say, you've selected that. Why have you selected that? Tell me about why you've selected that image. And if I've had this happen in the past, if my client simply says, oh, I just like the way she's standing and I like the dress she's wearing, then great, that's fine. If that person says, well, look, dark and moody look, then I have to have the conversation. Well, that's not my style. Am I right for you? So it's a great activity to do a visual activity with your clients.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. And you mentioned that you provide graphics as part of the package. Do you create those yourself? Do you use any particular software or anything online?
Yeah, I use Canva. I mean, I'm honest with my clients and I tell them I am not a graphic designer, but I can create some basic graphics for you. If you give me your logo, your brand colors, I've obviously got your images, I can create some basic brand graphics for you. If I have a client that's a bit more advanced, that has already got a graphic designer, then I'll take those graphics out the package and just add in a few extra images. But if I have a client that's maybe not as confident in their marketing, is just starting off, then I know some basic graphics are going to help them in the marketing.
Yeah. Okay. This is really nice. Elizabeth saying she's in the Midlands and currently offers studio-based family and children portraits, newborns, etc. She also does some commercial work, but your presentation is very inspiring for her to go into branding photography. So that's really nice to hear.
Fantastic. Thank you, Elizabeth. We'll definitely come to the mini course. I think you'll get a lot out of that as well. I'll be creating workbooks for you guys, and it's completely free of charge. It'll just give you some extra info that we couldn't cover tonight.
Well, it's good that you mentioned that, because someone's asking about the mini course that you said, and they said, is it every day next week, or is it just one day or an hour?
It is. It's every day next week, but you can watch on. It is live, but you can watch on replay. So it's just a bite-sized chunk of training every morning. 15, 20 minutes. You can watch that on replay if you're working, so you could watch it back in the evening. And then we have a Q&A every evening as well. But it is available to watch on replay for a couple of weeks. So if you can't make it live, that's okay.
Okay. And is most of your brand photography for clients done in the UK or abroad in Spain?
Now I'm here in Spain, it's here in Spain. I've designed it that way. I still have a couple of UK clients that I did fly back to, but now I'm trying to persuade them to come out here. So I've designed my business to suit me, and I've obviously, I've got a great location here. There's lots of amazing locations. So one particular client is a life coach, and her next shoot is she's coming over here, and we're going to do some shots on the beach and at the yacht. She's all about happiness in life. So we're going to create some great tropical style happy images. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, nice. So you've got lots of lights up and
down the UK. Oh, the light is gorgeous, Angela. It's beautiful.
Fantastic. And do you advise your clients on how and when to use the photos, and give them advice about marketing strategies?
I do, yes, because I feel very confident about that. I've had photographers that have just started off in brand photography that haven't got the confidence as yet to do that. But I'd say as a photographer, we can absolutely give that level of advice. So my post-shoot strategy call is all about showing them how to use their images on their website, on their social media, giving them some content ideas, I've created graphics for them to use on their Facebook or on their Instagram. So we have that post-shoot strategy session, giving them those bits of information and guidance they need. And sometimes it's just good to brainstorm marketing ideas, as Mark said.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of the questions, but I think it's been a really interesting presentation. You've shared a heck of a lot of information, and I saw a few people comment that they really like the specifics of the information you gave, because obviously, you know, like you said, there's always questions about pricing, and it's nice to get it, you know, from the horse's mouth. So thank you very much for that.
Absolutely. You are very welcome. I'm a complete open book. So whatever you want to ask me, guys, don't hesitate to find me.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, guys.